You might think that the Rogue Prince of Persia is just another 2D action roguelike, and you'd be wrong. Yes, we have plenty of deadly weapons, powerful abilities, and game-breaking builds, but what makes it different? I'm going to tell you. This is 2D parkour in full flow. You wall run, vault, and somersault through the world, blending traversal and combat into one seamless movement. If you're looking for Prince of Persia DNA, then shine a black light on this. It'll light up like Times Square. And that wall run? That is the first of its kind in the 2D game. Every fight is a chance to move with style. You're not just swinging a sword, you're fighting with everything. Kick enemies into traps or into each other. Vault to dodge attacks. Wall run over hazards. Dive to stun. Boot rocks and arrows into the faces of your foes. It's like playing a Jackie Chan movie as the Prince of Persia. This is acrobatic and environmental combat that rewards creativity and looks damn good doing it. The story holds more surprises. The prince must live the same day over and over, searching for a way to stop an enemy invasion that his actions have triggered. You must learn from each run, discovering how to save key characters and family members and bringing them to the oasis outside of the time loop to unlock new biomes, items, and story beats. Only by exploring the entire city, from the depths of the mines to the top of the lighthouse, will you find the one path that will give you the chance to change the fate of Persia. And the soundtrack? Woo! An unheard of combination of traditional Persian instruments fused with modern trap. It drives you forward. Every run has a rhythm, every fight has a beat, and we guarantee you'll be listening to it when you're not even playing. So there you have it. The Rogue Prince of Persia offers a unique combination of 2D wall running, environmental combat, a branching narrative, and a pulsating soundtrack, on top of all the usual tasty roguelike ingredients. This is a roguelike with rhythm, flow, and style.
The Prince of Persia is going rogue, known for those smooth acrobatic wall runs and intense boss fights set against an inspired vibrant Persian-inspired landscape. It's clear why it's the most anticipated action platformer roguelite of the year. And here to tell us more from Evil Empire Artistic Director Dylan Erlings and Marketing Manager Matthew Houghton. Gentlemen, welcome. Now, first thing, thanks so much for joining us. And I've got to ask, was that, from what we saw in the back of that trailer, did I see what I think I saw?
I think so, yeah.
Which one of you would like to reveal it, if anyone missed it?
Basically, the game is out now on Game Pass, right now. You can go play it as you want.
Right, amazing. And also, for those that don't know as well, this game reinvents a classic franchise. And in the past, you've worked on games like Dead Cells, the Evil Empire, and fantastic DLC like Castlevania. How has it been taking a beloved franchise like Prince of Persia and kind of bringing a new genre to the mix?
But it's kind of it's tough and great at the same time, because obviously we've got a load of fans of the franchise in the team, lots of people who played Sands of Time, even people who played the original back in the 90s.
Yeah.
And so there's that pressure to take this franchise into a different direction. But it's great because it actually gives us something to really focus on. We knew we wanted acrobatic combat, we wanted a wall run, we wanted this real Persian-inspired vibes. So that helped to kind of keep us on the right path while integrating our 2D action knowledge to make something which we think is unique.
Yeah, and it looks absolutely gorgeous. And you've been having the game on early access recently, but for those that haven't been able to play early access, what can people expect when they hop on to Rogue Prince of Persia?
So yeah, basically you can expect 2D action roguelike with kind of acrobatic combat mixed with a wall run, which we think is unique in a 2D game. So basically you have a whole moveset on top of that. So you've got a kick, a vault, a dive attack. So basically you're going to be flowing through traversal into combat and back again. And there's also a branching narrative behind that as well.
Yeah, nice. And also, you've had early access for a bit now, and you've been asking for loads of feedback from players. What's been some of the ones that has kind of been the most surprising or inspired bits of feedback that you've taken on board?
Well, we've gotten tons of feedback from players, especially from the guys we have on Discord. We have a very supportive and dedicated community of players there. And it's almost day-to-day talking with them. It's like they are part of the team. So we just work with them as if they were part of the development, And so one guy, Opelit, he's making the wiki for the game.
Yeah.
And it's super detailed, even more detailed than what we have in the studio, These guys, they know the game by heart. And so it's so cool to work with them. And another one called Andrew is a super fan. And a good anecdote is that he had a baby during the production of the game.
Yeah.
And so we celebrated it. I did a sketch of the prince with the baby and everything.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, these guys are truly part of the team, and I want to thank them truly for this early access. It was great.
I think that's one of my favorite things these days as well, is how much the community can get involved in games now and kind of give feedback and kind of work directly with the studios. It's not something we really had in the past.
Yeah, that's something truly unique, and the instantaneity of it is awesome, because you can just ask a question, brainstorm an idea about game design or whatever, and they would answer directly.
Yeah.
And it's so great.
Now, also, one thing, a lot of fans have been asking about the story of Rogue Prince of Persia and how it's going to evolve over time. Can you go a bit more into that?
Yeah, so basically the story, you basically start off and you've kind of accidentally triggered an invasion of Persia, and then you've kind of got to figure out a way by going into the city each day and trying to find clues, and then by finding the clues, you unlock biomes, and then maybe you have to take an item and do something with it to then unlock something else, find a character who then tells you somewhere else you can go. So it's basically kind of like a puzzle in real time as you go through each run, to find the one true way to finally save Persia and rectify your mistakes.
And you said about clues, right? Something that we will expect, hidden elements in the game. Are there some of those for us to find?
Yeah, there's definitely hidden rooms where you'll find characters and stuff. I'm trying to think of an actual example, but definitely where you find the Lale. That's kind of hidden stuff. But it's Prince of Persia. There's got to be hidden rooms somewhere.
I was hoping so, because I love the old games as well. And players been one of the most things as well. When you look at the game, first of all, the visuals. It is visually stunning, the comic book style, and you've obviously massively behind this. Could you go a bit more into what inspired you and how you kind of worked on the design of the game?
For sure. So we wanted the game to have a unique look, something that would not have been made before. And so since it's a very 2D game, we wanted to embrace that aspect and have something very graphic with these patterns, the borders, and everything is. So it's inspired by the Persian miniatures, which are art from back in the days in the ancient Persia, and this would be very graphical images painted by hand. And so we tried to incorporate some of this element in the art direction of the game. And the other inspiration is the French comic books.
Yeah.
So we really wanted to have some of this in the game because in the art team we are big comic book lovers. And because we wanted to be super innovative, we used Moebius as a reference because nobody does that in the games. No, yeah, but he's a great artist, so he was one of the main reference.
And also, you mentioned Discord earlier as well.
Yeah.
Have you taken any fan-inspired feedback on some of the art that you've used in the game?
For sure. We had some fun contests on the Discord. And so, for example, we had a skin contest at some point, and player would draw whatever crazy type of prince costume. And so we had a voting for the favorite skins, and I think 8 or 9 of them ended up in the game.
That's amazing.
So that's great.
That must be. I can already see though how much you kind of work with your community already, and if there's anyone else who wants to get involved, are they able to do that as well?
You mean the players?
Yeah, the players can get involved to give feedback.
Yeah, for sure. In the game design, we changed tons of stuff. For instance, we have this medallion system, which in the beginning was maybe too complex. Mm-hmm. And so we worked with the community to make it simpler to understand, but also more fun to right when you play, you understand how it works. So we iterated a lot of game design elements.
Yeah, along the game design as well, you did a major art revision for the game as well from when you started. So much so, you made a mini documentary about how that happened. How was that?
That was a long walk. So, long story short, when we released in early access, we knew we were going with a bold and unique look, and we knew not everybody would love it. But we got a lot of feedback from players that did not like so much the art direction. So we tried to take that as a feedback, just as if it was gameplay.
Yep.
Why not rework the art, So we did a lot of polishing, and we changed some of the color. The prince was purple in the beginning. He's not purple anymore. That's a long story. But yeah, we tried to make something that player would like more. And so this was big rework.
I think it's one of the first things anyone notices as soon as they see the game. It's so vibrant and colorful, and it's like so pretty to look at. Like you've done like an incredible job putting that together.
Thank you.
Have you got any personal favorite pieces that you worked on in the game?
We tried to be as diverse as we could in the biomes that you are going through. So each biome has a very unique color palette. I think the final one, the palace, the one that's going to be released in the 1.0, is the best one because it's the last one that we made, and we put a lot of love in this because it's the final objective of the game. And it's really nice, I think.
I think we've also, you talked about all the different biomes that are available. We've got to talk, how do you work on kind of making those beautiful backgrounds that you kind of interact with, and then the kind of the combat gameplay? Because it must be kind of difficult to manage.
That's a challenge for sure, because the gameplay is very fast-paced, and the traversal is challenging. So you have to be able to read everything very quickly. So we try to have something that is very simple, yet tells a story. So whenever we can, we have rooms in the game that tell like environmental storytelling, but it's not during the combat phases. So it's a subtle balance between readable gameplay and background that tells a story. Yeah.
Oh, nice. So especially, is it like clear when there's like a hidden room or something like that you can smash some pots or kind of work your way through?
There is some of this, yeah, some secrets in the game.
Now, also we've got to talk about the color palette and lighting. They've been widely praised by players in early access, right? How did you approach making the game like visually distinct from previous Prince of Persia games?
That's a tough question.
We're here to ask the hard questions.
I mean, I talked about the inspirations already, so these two, like the Persian miniatures and the French comic book, we tried to combine that into a unique look that when you see it as a thumbnail, you instantly recognize it, and it's almost as if it was taken out of a picture book. I mean, that was the objective. And yeah, we tried to embrace the graphical aspect of it and be very stylized.
It's like I see at any moment you look at it, it's like always bright and popping out.
Yeah.
It's like a thumbnail.
Very colorful,
Yeah. I've got to say though, for people who are hopping on for the first time, we mentioned it a little bit earlier, but they're hopping on from, haven't played early access, and they're hopping on to Rogue Prince of Persia. What kind of experience can they expect to play? Because it's challenging, it's beautiful, it's vibrant. There's a lot more depth to the game.
Yeah, I think expect to be challenged, but it's easy once you get it in your hands and you can feel like doing a wall run and swinging off a pole and diving down an enemy, like it is super satisfying. So just be prepared for like acrobatic combat, use all your moves, like we said in the deep dive trailer, like it's like playing a Jackie Chan movie. You're just like, you're kicking someone, you're blocking something, and then you're jumping around everywhere, just be prepared to have fun, I guess. Yeah, and just explore everywhere, because there's always something to find.
Explore, that's always the thing I fail in doing. I'm always like trying to speed run everything. But have you got any last things that you'd like people to keep an eye out for Rogue Prince of Persia?
I mean, go play the game now. It's out, so I mean...
Go play it, yeah. Have a great time.
Yeah, we'll definitely be doing it. But guys, thanks so much for joining us, Matthew and Dylan. Really appreciate it. I look forward to hopping on. And also, a big thank you to the whole team at Ubisoft. You can start sharpening your platforming skills and scimitars right now. And remember, the Rogue Prince of Persia is available today. And in case you're buzzing for even more 2D fighting action, here comes a trailer that's a little less reflex and a little more tactical. Then we'll be back to check out all that's new in Grounded 2. Don't go anywhere. This is Xbox at Gamescom.